Hello again, welcome to today's attempt of a TimeGuessr puzzle. This is a game that tests your history knowledge and your geography knowledge, easy for me to say. We'll be given a series of 5 photos, just like this one. For each one we have to say where in the world was it taken, but also when in history was it taken. It could be anywhere from the present day all the way back to 1900. Let's see how we get on. Of course, there's more points the closer you are both on the map and on the timeline. I usually aim for about 2/3 to 3/4, but let's see how we go with this set of 5. And of course, feel free to leave your guesses in the comments as well. Right, that is the Norwegian flag, I believe. I always second guess myself when it's in black and white, because flags are so much easier to tell what they are when they're in colour, but I'm pretty sure that's Norway, which is a relief, because I would have had no idea where this is otherwise. This is some kind of, like, spectre thing that is used to scare children on Christmas or something like that, I'm guessing. Not that they look particularly scared. What year do we think this is? When did children stop wearing a suit and tie? I mean, it's a relatively good quality photo, not considering the fact that it's in black and white, which does make it look pretty old. The trouble with black and white photos, I always struggle with them on this game because they could be anywhere from about 1900 to 1980. That is a pretty sharp suit and a relatively modern looking coat, to be fair. Let's try 70 something. 74 in Oslo, why not? It's as good a guess as any. Oh, it was 65. I nearly just left it at 62, which is the midpoint, which is when it starts. Not for the first time. I would have done better if I just did nothing on the year, on the timeline. But we got half marks on that. That's not terrible. And we got more than 80% on the location. So, yeah, we were in the right country. Not a complete disaster. That's 2/3. That's a decent enough start, but I want more on some of these. This is very American. It's the National Archives. I'm hoping that's going to be New York or Washington, D.C., because at least they're relatively close to each other. If it turns out to be somewhere completely different, of course, then I'll get very few points for location, even if I'm in the right country, which is the annoying thing about America being so big. Are there any other state flags or anything going on? What is this? I don't know. I mean, that's a phone. It's obviously pretty modern, isn't it? What's going on down here? Does this tell us anything useful? 2025. It does tell us something useful. Can't quite read any other. July the 4th last year. Yeah. Doesn't quite give any other location clues away, so we'll zoom in and hope that I can find it on the map. I've definitely seen, or at least I think I've seen, the National Archives mentioned when I've zoomed in before, but maybe I haven't. Super cool. National Archives Museum, there we go. Because of course you get quite a lot of photos in this game if you do it often enough from Washington. Where is the start of this? Or the front rather? I guess we'll go here. I mean, to be fair, I'm quibbling over a couple of points, because if it's here or here, I'm going to get over 49.90, hopefully. We, in fact, get 5,000. I was 4 metres away. That might be the best I've ever done on the location. And, yeah, of course, the year was spot on, because it told me. So I think I'd have gone for 2025 anyway, because it clearly looked modern, and there hasn't been much of 2026. So, yeah, a perfect 10,000. If only they were all like that, then I would set a record that cannot be beaten. But that is clearly not going to happen, because I'm going to struggle with this one, I think. And I've already struggled with the first one. This is Greek or Cyrillic writing, isn't it? It's very difficult to discern whether it's Greek or Cyrillic from block letters. I feel like I should recognise it though. I don't recognise this first letter, which makes me think it is Cyrillic rather than Greek. Yeah, it's going to be Russia, Bulgaria, somewhere like that. Again, even if it is Russia, it's going to be Western Russia, I suspect. It's surely going to be Moscow or St. Petersburg or somewhere like that. So hopefully I won't be too far away on my location. What is going on here? This looks super old, but it is pretty good quality. There's no fraying at the corners or anything, no blurring when I zoom in. I mean, there's a bit of blurring, I suppose, but you can still read the sign almost as well as you can when it's zoomed out. I want to find some clearer examples of clothing, because they're all kind of standing in front of each other. I mean, this just looks super old. Do we think it's connected to the war? Rationing after one of the wars or something like that? Even then, would it be World War One or World War Two? I think the quality of the photo makes me think it's later than 1918, so I'm guessing I'm going to go around 38, 44. I don't really know. Let's go 35. Why not? There's no guarantee that it's connected to a war. Now, do we want to go Moscow or Minsk or Sofia? Bulgaria is all the way down here, but it really could be Bulgaria. I think I'll just play with the odds and stick with Moscow. Oh, it was St. Petersburg, so at least I was in the right country, and it was one of the other options that I said. I got the year spot on, I didn't even clock that. Wow. That was unbelievable. I'm never that good at getting the year. I don't know what's going on today. Right, question 4. What's going on here? This is somewhere in Asia, surely. The Eastern something. I was kind of hoping that said Delhi store, because there's a D, but it doesn't. It says Builders store, so it doesn't tell me the location. I mean, there's tuk-tuks. There's definitely tuk-tuks in India, which is still making me think Delhi. Does the car give anything away? It does not. I mean, I second guess myself with these ones so many times. Pepsi Cola, wow. That can't have been around. When was Pepsi Cola invented? It's got to be after 1962, hasn't it? I mean, there's a few cars, but everything just looks super old. But, I mean, you get tuk-tuks now. So the fact that there's tuk-tuks doesn't mean that it has to necessarily be old. It's not like they've all been replaced by cars. I was kind of hoping I'd find a cow, because if there was a cow just lazing by the side of the road, then that would definitely give me more confidence that it was India. I feel like I've just got to go for India anyway. It could be. It could be North Africa. It could just be Arabic instead of Hindi or some other Indian language, Persian, Urdu. I don't know. I've been to India. I've been to places in North Africa, and it looks more like India. So I'm gonna go India out of those two options. What year? That is a relatively, like, it's not a super old car, is it? It really doesn't feel like it should be this modern, but I'm gonna go, well, we had a 70s already, didn't we? I'll go 73, why not? Oh no, we didn't have one in the 70s. I went for the 70s and it was actually the 60s. So we still might have one in the 70s. I don't think that they deliberately pick ones from different decades anyway, so that doesn't prove anything either way. It was 81, it was even later, and it was Bangladesh. Okay, well, I'll let myself off because I haven't been to Bangladesh. But at least, again, I was in the right general area. It wasn't North Africa. Always fear that I'm going to be horrifically wrong on these. It wasn't my best, but I did still get over 50% for that one. So, not a complete disaster. Oh dear, this one looks like a tricky one to finish. Another black and white one. That is some kind of parade, isn't it? A marching band. I mean, that says Amsterdam say. In fact, it just says Amsterdam Rotterdam Bank there, doesn't it? So I think I'm going to go Amsterdam. So not quite as difficult as I initially feared. Any clues as to the year? There's a Wimpy. When was Wimpy exported from America to Holland? Goodness knows. But again, I mean, it's black and white, but it doesn't feel like it's going to be that old. There's a Volkswagen Beetle, so it's going to be 60s or after. I'm going to go for 70s again, because last time I went 70s it was 81. The previous time I went 70s it was 60 something. So surely this one will be 70s. Let's just try 76, why not? Let's zoom right into Amsterdam. So there's a sign to Amsterdam North. There's Utrecht and Haarlem. So there is Amsterdam Nord. Schiphol Airport. Where's the airport? It's down there. So are you on this road driving north, perhaps? That does look like a pretty main interchange, to be fair, but it might not have been back in those days. Oh, I feel like it's got to be closer to the centre. Let's go here instead. I know that's not that much closer to the centre, but it is on a road. It's not on this junction, is it? I don't know. I'll be relatively close, surely. It was 71, so finally I was in the right decade. I was 4 kilometres away. Okay, but that's not too bad, is it? 49 out of 50, basically. I will take that. That is a pretty decent way to finish. Oh, I won't take it. If only I had another 326 points. That is a bit annoying, but I said I was aiming for 2/3 to 3/4. We have beaten that target, so I cannot complain. I'm relatively happy with that performance. But did you do even better? Well done if you did. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.